Hello, everyone. Good morning, afternoon, evening. Dear authors and invited guests, welcome to Technical Session 10D. Myself, Priyanshi Goyal, and this session would be moderated by me. On behalf of Global Knowledge Research Foundation and GR Scholastic LLP, it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the 9th International Conference on Smart Trends in Computing and Communications, SMARTCOM 2025, Pune, India. The 9th edition of the conference is being organized in a hybrid mode. The physical event was held day before yesterday in Pune, India, and the virtual event is being held through Zoom today and yesterday, that is 30th and 31st of January 2025. I hope you will enjoy the knowledgeable and interactive sessions throughout the day. In this session, we have 10 presentations. Each presenter will be given 8 minutes for all the presentations and 2 minutes for question and answers. On 7 minutes, I'll raise a gentle reminder. There's another request to all the participants that you all stay connected with us till the closing remarks. If you have any query or update, then you can write it to me in the chat box. Just before we start the session, I would like to introduce you all to the chair for the session, Dr. Ashish Patel. Dr. Ashish Patel is an associate professor at Parul Institute of Pharmacy, Parul University, Vadodara, India. With a robust background in organic, medicinal, and analytical chemistry, his research focuses on developing anti-cancer, anti-diabetic, and anti-Alzheimer's agents. Dr. Patel has authored 69 publications in prominent journals, co-authored multiple book chapters, and is a patent holder. Thank you, sir, for joining us. I would now like to invite Dr. Ashish Patel to share a few words of encouragement with our attendees as we begin this session.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Actually, sorry, here light is not available, so I have joined with my mobile phone. So
No
sorry
worries.
for. Actually, very good afternoon, one and all. It's my pleasure to evaluate because I have seen the topic which is mentioned in the share file. It is wonderful, and it's my pleasure to evaluate the very good presentation of the participant. And thank you very much for the invitation for this international conference.
Thank you so much, sir. With this, I would like to, without the further ado, I would like to start with the presentations for the session. Calling up first, I would like to invite Suresh Reddy to kindly present his paper titled A Comparative Study of Machine Learning and Deep Learning Techniques for Cybercrime Detection on Facebook and Twitter. Do we have you here with us, Suresh? Suresh? Do we have the co-author with us? Since the team hasn't joined, I'll move forward to the next presenter. I would like to invite Rakesh Babu to kindly present his paper titled A Review of Artificial Intelligence Techniques for Brain Tumor Segmentation and Classification. Do we have you here with us, Rakesh? Do we have you here with us, Rakesh? Harsh, am I audible?
Yes, Priyansh, you're audible. I think so Rakesh is here, but might be
But he's
facing
not
any technical
responding.
issue. It's audio problem, yes.
Is any of the team members present who can respond?
Hello, Rakesh is here, madam.
Yes, sir.
Madam, I'm now audible to you. Hello.
Sorry?
I'm audible to you, madam, now.
Yes, you're audible now. I'll
Okay.
stop presenting so that you can share your screen.
Okay, shall I present my presentation, madam?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you.
Your
Okay, good.
screen is visible. You can start.
Okay, shall we start? Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, respected conference chair, and good afternoon, everyone. Myself, I am Rakesh Babu, a research scholar in the Koneru Lakshmaya Education Foundation, Guntur, Andhra Pradesh. Now, I am going to give my presentation on review on artificial intelligence techniques for brain tumor segmentation and classification. And wait. And these are the outline in my presentation. These are the outline in my presentation. And coming to the introduction, the brain is the very important organ in the human body, and it controls the every human activity, overall human function body, and its weight is about 1.4 kilogram. Uh, when the unusual cells are formed within the brain, it referred as the brain tumor. Brain tumor can be classified as either cancerous or cancer free. When the brain tumor is suffered with the cancerous, it is known as the malignant tumor. When the brain tumor is cancerous free, it is known as the benign tumor. According to the National Brain Tumor Foundation, it reveals that nearly 300% cases are increased, and death rates are happened with the brain tumors. Hence, the identification and diagnosis of the brain tumors are essential. And due to the advancement technology, AI improves the biomedical image processing. And coming to the next slide, next one, brain imaging techniques. We can diagnose the brain tumors with the help of the magnetic resonance imaging, computer tomography, as well as poison emission tomography. Among these three, magnetic resonance imaging is the very non-invasive process. We can get the brain anatomical structure with the help of the magnetization as well as the microwave pulses. Coming to the MRI scanning, there are the mainly three types of the patterns. One is the T1 weighted, and next one is the T2 weighted and flare pattern. T1 is help to get the anatomical structure of the brain, and T2 weighted is help can help to T2 can help to get the tissue characteristics of the brain, and flare is help to know the lesion detection. Apart these three techniques, there are some more advanced techniques. There are the functional MRI, diffusion weighted imaging, and perfusion weighted imaging. And the figure shows the workflow of the medical image analysis. And the first one is the image acquisition. The image acquisition can get through the those image in brain to imaging techniques. After the image acquisition, go for the image pre-processing is the key step in the medical image analysis. Pre-processing is used to get the enhanced quality of the input image. Here we are using the different types of the digital image filters to get the enhanced image. After the pre-processing, the step is the image segmentation. Image segmentation is used to know the interest of the region of the image. Different types of the AI techniques can be employed to the image segmentation. After the image segmentation, you go for the feature extraction. Different types of the AI techniques can be implemented in the feature extraction. After the feature extraction, there is a classification can be done. In the classification, we can know the input image is the whether suffered with the brain tumor or not. After the classification, we go for the validation evaluation. For the evaluation purpose, we are mainly calculated the accuracy, precision, recall, and FN score of the performance model. These are the workflow of the image analysis in the brain tumor. And next, coming to the AI techniques in the brain tumor analysis. AI very important in the biomedical image processing, and it transform the biomedical image processing. And also by using the AI techniques, we can improve the patient survival rate. AI can be classified in two types: machine learning model and deep learning model. Machine learning model can be again further classified into the supervised machine learning and unsupervised machine learning. Supervised machine learning requires some ground truth table for the labeling the data. SVM is the best example for the support vector mission. And unsupervised machine learning are the examples are the k-means, fuzzy c-means, and KNN. Unsupervised machine learning does not require any ground truth table for labeling the data. These are the classifications on the AI. Further, there are the deep learning models. We can see the what are the deep learning models further. And coming to the brain tumor segmentation and classification, we can implement the traditional machine learning techniques as well as deep learning techniques. coming to the traditional machine learning techniques, the traditional machine learning techniques can apply on the only small data sets. The deep learning techniques can apply on the large data sets also. Support vector machine, random forest, logistic regression are the some of the examples for the traditional ML techniques. And there are the some more techniques in the deep learning techniques. The most popular technique in the deep learning technique is the convolution neural network. Convolution neural network architecture consists of the input layer, hidden layer, and output layer. And coming to the variational encoder and decoder, the best example for the variation encoder and decoder is the unit architecture. The unit architecture encoded the features from the input image and then decoded it into the whether the brain tumor is the brain tumor location and its segmentation task. And next one is the cascaded architecture. Cascade architecture is the sequential approach. It improves the performance and improves the accuracy of the models. And some more techniques are the ensemble architecture and hybrid architecture. In the mainly ensemble architecture, there are the we are assembling the boosting and bagging and stacking. These are the some deep learning techniques and machine learning techniques we can implement in the brain tumor segmentation and classification. And next, coming to the next one, I gone through the some papers from the reputed journals. Here I gone from the from 2017 to 2023 from 2017 to 2023. I gone through the some reputed journals like IEEE, MD5 publishers, and elsewhere, and Springer. These are the my literature survey. Here the important papers I have put in my presentation. IEEE paper from the 2023, MDP paper from the 2022, and next here and next. Sorry. And next, these are the papers I have.
This is a 7 minutes reminder.
Madam, sorry, pardon.
Sir, 7 minutes has passed. You have 1 more
Okay,
minute left.
okay, madam. Okay, these are the some existing techniques based on the brain tumor classification. The first column refers the references, and second column refers the which technique is implemented for the brain tumor classification, and third column refers the what are the different types of the tumor types are identified through these techniques are I put in the third column. And the fourth one is the accuracy of the performance model. In the third column, we can see the different techniques are identify the three types of the tumors. The main types of the tumors are the meningioma, glioma, pituitary, and this is the some of the summary of the existing techniques on the brain tumor classification. These are the challenges in the implementation. Whenever you go for the deep learning models, whenever you apply the small data sets, deep learning models suffers with the overfitting. This is the one of the and this is one of the drawback, and this is the one of the challenge. And GDPR, HIPAA are also some of the concerned challenges in the AI. And this is the my conclusion in the presentation. First, I gone through the what is the brain tumor, and next one is the what are the main imaging techniques in the brain tumor diagnosis. Next, what are the techniques for the brain tumor segmentation classification, and what are the challenges in the brain tumor segmentation classifier. I gone through the this is the conclusion from my presentation, and these are the references I referred for the papers. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir. Are there any questions?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Rakesh,
Yes,
am I
sir.
audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
I would like to ask one question. Okay,
Sure, sir.
as per your presentation,
Yes, sir.
CNN method is superior compared to other deep learning model.
Yes,
Okay,
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
so when we apply the CNN model in the brain tumor implementation and detection, okay, so
Yes, sir.
you know the limitation of the CNN model, because in normally accuracy and the result in form of probability, and when we generate the score during the CNN, so some
Yes, sir.
limitation normally it happen in the CNN. So can you tell me the limitation of your work with respect to CNN?
In the CNN, whenever we are applying the some data sets issues,
Hmm?
data sets issues,
So yes. So which limitation in the data collection you observe during the implementation?
sir. Just I gone through the just review purpose, sir. Here I didn't do any work, sir. I gone survey the papers only, sir. Here.
Okay, okay. So from
Yes,
your from this your review work, okay.
yes, sir.
So what
Yes, sir.
you suggest to future researcher for the brain tumor implementation using CNN?
Yes, sir. Suppose if you apply the some data regarding the I'm talking regarding the data sets, sir. Whenever applying the some data sets, it suffers with the some overfitting, sir. Next forward, we will move forward to the overcome the data sets issue. We can implement the different types of the practical data set, practical input image, sir, from the diagnosis centers
Mm.
which were
Image processing.
real time. Yes, sir, which were applicable from the real time applications, sir.
Okay, okay. Nice presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Rakesh.
Thank you, ma'am. Very I convey my thanks to the SMARTCOM 2025 Pune. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Moving forward, I would like to invite Utkarsha Vanjari to kindly present her paper titled AI-driven optimization in healthcare supply chains. Do we have you here with us, Utkarsha? Do we have any of the team members here? Since no one from the team is responding, we'll be moving forward. I would like to invite Akshay Tayade to kindly present his paper titled Enhancing Portfolio Analysis and Stock Prediction through LSTM and XGBoost Integration. Do we have you here with us, Akshay?
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay.
I'll stop presenting so that you can share
Sure,
your screen.
sure. Okay. Uh, Good afternoon to one and all. My name is Akshay Tade, and today I'll be presenting a research titled Enhancing Portfolio Analysis and Stock Prediction through LSTM and XGBoost Integration. Uh, in the next 8 minutes, I will walk you through our research objectives, methodology, results, and key takeaways. This work is done by my colleagues at Dr. Vishwanath Karad, MIT World Peace University, Pune. So for the agenda for today's presentation includes an introduction to the problem, research questions and objectives, a review of the relevant literature, the methodology which we followed, the algorithms which we used, the results which we achieved, and finally the conclusions and our future directions. So a short introduction about the problem. Financial markets are inherently very complex and are influenced by numerous factors, making accurate stock prediction a very significant challenge. Traditional investment strategies often rely on statistical models that struggle to capture nonlinear market trends effectively. However, the advancements in artificial intelligence and machine learning uh, has shifted to more towards the data-driven and adaptive decision making. To address this, we have developed a hybrid model containing LSTM, which stands for long short-term memory, and XGBoost to enhance stock market and price prediction. Uh, our research questions and objectives. How can we, the research question which we had and our team had in mind was how can we leverage machine learning to enhance stock prediction to minimize investor losses? So the objective is simple to develop a hybrid LSTM XGBoost model that combines LSTM's ability to model sequential data and XGBoost's efficiency in structured data analysis. We also wanted to improve the accuracy of stock market price prediction to outperform existing traditional and machine learning models, and then also to use Sharpe ratio to optimize our current portfolio and risk management. Here are some of the main literature review which we and our team has focused and revolved our study around. So mainly broadly categorized into three parts, which is stock market price prediction using machine learning and deep learning, where we have referenced CNN authors. And a frequent trend here is using deep learning models such as LSTM, Canyon, SVR to be, and in this all studies, it is found that LSTM is to be the best for stock market price prediction. In portfolio optimization, Penelis and Nanda, two different authors in their respective studies, have also uh, explored machine learning for portfolio allocation, which has achieved 64.52 accuracy, but did not explore alternative models. And in hybrid AI models for financial forecasting, Parida and an NDPI journal has gone through combining LSTM with other ML techniques for stock market forecasting, which has also received a higher accuracy. So for methodology and data collection, our research design basically boils down to two integral algorithms, which is LSTM and XGBoost. So method and procedures, data collection data set contains Nifty 50 stock data, which is for 2 decades, starting from the year 2000 to 2020, which was obtained from Kaggle. Market indicators which were used were market moving averages for 10 and 50, volatility and the trading overall trading volume of the stock. Historical price data was also used to uh, capture open, high, low, close, and adjusted close values. In pre-processing, we have handled missing values, removed the not as this is the financial data and we're working on numbers. So we have removed not a number values, applied forward interpolation. Feature scaling is done to make sure that the values are in proper range. And then the further data is split into 80-20 for model validation. For model development, LSTM model, two LSTM layers were used, 15 neurons each. Dropout layers were 20% to prevent overfitting, optimized with Adam optimizer and mean square error loss function. XGBoost models uses decision tree to boost weak learners regularized using early rate decay and early stopping. Hybrid integration where both of these models are combined and then the output is generated. Here is a quick glance of the methodology diagram where we also have used InfluxDB to ingest the data from the historical documents so that the processing is faster for the uh, Python programs. So quick recap on what LSTM and XGBoost does and how they work together. LSTM is a type of a recurrent neural network RNN, in short, designed for sequential data processing. Keeps a track of long-term dependencies with help of 3 to 4 gates: output gate, forget gate, and the memory gate. In extreme XGBoost, that builds decision trees sequentially, correcting errors at each step. So in our hybrid approach, a question might wonder how do they work together? LSTM is trained on the stock price data to capture time-based patterns. LSTM outputs predicted stock prices for future timestamps. Then the XGBoost model is trained to using the LSTM output and the other financial indicators to refine the final predictions. And the final predictions are therefore then optimized for portfolio allocation using the Sharpe ratio. So the results. Our results demonstrate the effectiveness of the hybrid model. Cross-validation ensures that the model did not overfit to any specific subsets of data. So as you can see, the uh, the fold 2 has the highest R square value, which we have selected, and the lowest MSC as well. So further running the algorithm on the fold 2 values, we have achieved the 197.90, which is our best MSC, and the R square for is 0.9996, which is very close to
This is a
1.
7 minutes reminder.
Yeah, sure. So in our machine learning progression, we can also see the 50-layer training loss and validation loss. As the training losses decreases immensely and the validation loss also decreases. So model evaluation at the end, we have achieved a overall model accuracy of 98.33%, which shows us that investors can now rely on this model to make informed decisions on stock selection and portfolio allocation, ultimately, which will enhance their returns in their portfolio. Conclusion would be key findings would be we have achieved 93.33 accuracy in the stock market prediction. Limitations would be data dependency and generalization challenges. Limitations would also include a black box nature of the model. Future directions which we would like to work on is using explainable AI or generative AI to help and aid the uh, stock market price prediction algorithms. We also want you explore the high frequency and live data, which is also referred to tick by tick data for more data points and more accurate scenarios. And then we also wanted to conduct stress testing for extreme scenarios like pandemic or a recession, which can follow. Here are some references for my study and the presentation. I would like to end my presentation like.
Thank you, Akshay.
Yeah, thank
Are
you.
there any questions?
Mr. Akshay,
Yes, sir.
audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very good topic you have taken,
Yes, sir. Thank
presented.
you.
Few things I would like to ask. Number
Mm-hmm.
one, for data collection, you choose Kaggle.
Yes.
So why only Kaggle?
So we actually wanted a large volume of data, and we also wanted a data which is closest to tick by tick. So what we have used currently is daily end of day closing data, and most of the data which is tick by tick is safeguarded by companies, and which is mostly paid pay to go.
Yes,
So
many data is paid. Okay.
yeah. So
So
mostly, which is the most economical. Also, the some data sets sizes are very huge. So scraping through those data would also take computational time.
one more question. For the extreme gradient and boost model,
Mm-hmm.
you choose decision tree model.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So decision tree plus also other financial indicators. So why only
Mm-hmm.
decision tree plus which other financial indicator you consider in that?
So financial indicators of moving averages and open and close prices,
Okay.
which revolved around because we found out that adding external indicators would also then require a large computation of this individual uh, indicators, and then it has to again be fed into the model, which would also increase the output. So we wanted something which is feasible, and the one more future goal is to create a kind of a application or a web interface where users can actually do this analysis in real time. So this analysis can be run end of day at one for for a particular day, and then users can rely on the stock picking for the next day.
Okay. Last question. You got accuracy 98.
Yes.
Have you reproduced it? Reproduce it? How many times you have done?
So the model was tested briefly around 3 to 4 times. So
And
each
every time you got same accuracy or
So
any
it so it
deviation?
there were fluctuations in the accuracies, but it was mostly around plus to minus 5% range, which we
So
have mm,
because when we write the accuracy in R square, we need to normally mention standard deviation also. So plus
okay.
or minus this type of
Okay,
accuracy,
sure, sure.
there are chances. So when anyone will take your research in for any future other
Mm-hmm.
extension of your work, so it's easy for the researcher also.
Sure.
Otherwise, very nice your topic and presentation. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you all.
Thank you. Moving forward, I would like to invite Jaditya Nair to kindly present his paper titled From Prompts to Programs, a RAG-based framework RAG-based framework for code synthesis. Sorry. Do we have you here with us, Jadit?
Yeah, I'm here.
Right. I will stop presenting so that you can share your screen.
Yeah. Is my screen visible?
Yes, your screen is visible. You may start presenting. Yes.
So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jayathan Nair, and I'm going to present my research paper, which is based on the topic of retrieval augmented generation. So, as we know, AI is evolving at a greater speed now than it has ever before. It is revolutionizing software development by enabling natural language programming, basically meaning creating programs from natural language. Code generation from prompts is gaining attention for its potential to reduce development time and democratize software creation, implying that even people who aren't from technical background can create their own software applications. But the main challenges that the LLM face nowadays are lack of contextual understanding, meaning that they don't understand the relevant details and background of the content. Secondly, hallucination. LLM hallucinations are events in which the LLM produces outputs which are false or contain misleading information. And finally, they don't align with the user's intent. Therefore, the solution for all these challenges is retrieval augmented generation. So, what we are basically doing is combining retrieval system with large language models and enhancing the code generation with external knowledge. The key components are document indexing, which is done in VectorDB for faster retrieval, and use of embedding models, which are used for converting text into vector embedding or vice versa. The advantages of such a system includes contextually relevant code snippets and improved accuracy and relevance of the output according to the user's prompt. So, what is retrieval augmented generation? So, retrieval augmented generation enhances AI models by combining information retrieval with text generation. Instead of relying solely on pre-trained knowledge, RAG retrieves relevant documents from an external database and integrates them into the response generation process. This improves accuracy, reduces hallucinations, and enables real-time context-aware answer. So, what are the key components of such a system? Firstly, retriever, which searches for relevant documents from a knowledge base. In our case, that is a vector DB. And secondly, generator, which is used to retrieve data to generate informed responses. It's used in applications such as chatbots, virtual assistants, and code and document generation tasks. So this is what a generic RAG pipeline looks like. The user sends a query, after which the relevant documents are retrieved from the knowledge base and are fed together into the LLM. And then the LLM generates an output which is relevant to the user's query based on the documents. So our methodology first is data preparation and document indexing. We use simple directory reader function to load and parse documents, then extract metadata and index using vector store index. Then we use the BAAI BGM3 embedding model to convert text into vector embeddings. In the second step, which is embedding and retrieval, we use our embedding model, that is the BAI BGM3 model, for embeddings that we store. These embeddings are stored in the vector index for similarity-based retrieval. Then we match user's query against index data using the query engine tool. And as for our LLMs, we use Mistral for text completions and contextual understanding and Code Llama for code generation. Both these models are used using Olama, which is an open source library to run models in your local system, similar to the Hugging Face library. Now, as for the implementation details, we implemented Query Engine tool to access and query documentation and custom code reader tool to read and interpret existing code from the files. Secondly, query pipeline consists of pydantic output parser, which is used to set predefined schema for the code output and use prompt template to format the responses of the LLM. We implemented a React agent. React stands for reasoning and action. The agent can select and use the tools, that is the query engine tool and the custom code reader tool, according to the user's query. The code generation process goes like this. First, we receive user's prompt, then we retrieve relevant context from document index, then generate code snippets with code llama. Then we validate and format the LLM output into JSON compatible structure, and finally save the generated code to a specified directory with a descriptive file name. So this is what the model's workflow look like. Documents are first converted into vector embeddings using the embedding model and stored in the vector index. Then the user asks a query, and then the embedding model converts that query into vector representation, and then based on that vector, we retrieve the most similar vectors from the index dataset, that is the relevant docs, and then these both are fed into the LLM to produce the output. After the output is generated, it is formatted using Pydantic output parser, and then the new file is generated with the code and saved into the directory. So this is what the final result we got was: improved contextual accuracy in code generation, which was suitable for real-world coding tasks. And the outputs were relevant to the user's query. You can check out the project on my GitHub. So the major problems I encountered during this was that the code generation was not 100% accurate due to the use of small LLMs because of hardware limitations. Latency issues occurred when relevant documentation datasets were large. LLMs might hallucinate a little bit due to the lack of fine-tuning. So as for the future work, it involves having multi-language programming support, that is expanding pipeline to be able to handle various programming language and not just Python. Second, improving chunking strategies to enhance context preservation at the time of document processing. Thirdly, implementing scalable document indexing solutions to handle large knowledge bases efficiently and reduce latency during the time of retrieval. And finally, exploring new large language models to improve code quality and reliability. Nowadays, large language models are available in quantized bit form. That is, usually the LLM's weights are represented in 32 bits or 16-bit form. But now they are quantized with 4-bit weights, hence reducing the memory usage, so they are not as computationally expensive. And then fine-tune the model on domain-specific data to enhance contextual understanding and output accuracy. Thank you.
Thank you, Jaditya. Are there any questions?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, topic is good. Nowadays, we need this type of implementation in code,
Yes, sir.
code synthesis. Um, you mentioned in your data collection, in that search tool, query engine tool,
Yes, sir.
for API searching
Yeah.
documentation. Can you elaborate a little bit about that?
So, the data set is basically the relevant documents that the user wants. So we
Hmm.
collect these documents and store them in a directory.
Okay.
Then there is a tool called Llama Index,
Yes.
which converts these documents into embeddings and stores them in the vector index.
Vector index. Okay.
Yeah, which are later used for retrieval.
Now, actually, uh, for a huge data set, I think it is not easy task to get the accuracy. If I'm not wrong, is it
Yes,
correct?
sir, you're correct. That is one of the major problems I encountered, that when I have the relevant documentation set was very large, there were
Hmm.
latency issues with the LLM.
Yes, because one of my colleague also similar work like what you have done.
Yes, sir.
So in that construct, I asked because in that also that work also the problem in the data set collection. In
Yes, sir.
data set, actually the accuracy is very low.
Yes, sir.
So if you try to get the accuracy when you use huge data set, so if it accuracy you will get more than 85, 90, more than 90%. So there are high chance this your work can be, you can earn also from this work.
Yes, that's
So try
basically
your
what I'm
best.
working on. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, very good, nice presentation, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Moving forward, I would like to invite Shrivani Bandi to kindly present a paper titled Impact of the Internet on Human Life, a data-driven analysis using machine learning and a statistical correlations. Do we have you here with us, Vani?
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. You may share your screen now. It's visible. You may start.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Srivani. I'm here to present our research titled Impact of Internet on Human Life, a data-driven analysis using machine learning and statistical correlations. So over here, I'll be talking about the overview of internet impact, existing research, key concerns, problem statement, approach used, key findings of internet across different domains, interpretation, and future scope. Next slide, please. So as we know, like internet has many positive effects, like in the education, in communication, learning, and all. At the same time, there are like different negative impacts of internet, and one of the main problem is addiction. A lot of people spend a large amount of time online for social media, playing, browsing, which may lead to stress, anxiety, and other physical issues like strain and trouble in sleeping. That's why it's necessary to study these effects. How is it affecting people over time? And help us to spot harmful patterns and reduce them. For this, we have used different machine learning algorithms for comparative study, which is logistic regression, decision tree, random forest, and other boosting algorithms, which is AdaBoost, XGBoost, and Gradient Boost. So our goal is to compare the performance of these models to see which model is performing better and predicting the best. And the second, suggesting the ways to reduce the risk. Next slide. For this, we have gone through a couple of research papers, and here are few papers covering the different domains. The first one talks about the disciplined internet usage and academic success. It shows us how controlled internet usage with the studies have better academic results compared to those who use the internet excessively. Any other paper talks about the internet usage for managing emotions like loneliness, sadness. They found that while the internet can provide emotional support, but excessive might worsen feelings of isolation. The other paper, the third one, talks about the internet gaming disorder, which is IGD, which says the impact of excessive online gaming. They discovered like internet gaming disorder, which can lead to mental health issues. And the gaps which were found in the papers, like most of the papers were only focusing on specific age groups, like either like a teenager or a young adults, and do not like explore the variations of internet usage. That is, it affects the other age groups. This narrow focus limits the generalizability of finding across the entire population. And the other one is like it only focus on like particular demographic groups, like either it's rural or urban. Like the recent article, as we've seen, like where the tribal area where there was no internet, as introducing the internet have lead them to a bad addiction, where uh, where they started using it in a very inappropriate way. So the overlooked usage between urban and rural missing insights on axis of habits and their impact. Next slide. Next slide. Yeah. Issues and challenges, as we discussed before, the two were like the focusing on particular age groups and the demographic groups. And the other one, like hard to isolate the internet effect from other influencing factors. Like sleep disturbances might be not only the reason for not only the reason due to the internet usage or the mobile phones. It might be the reason because of the mental or the personal problems or academic stress. Like we can see the college student sleep patterns might be different from the working professionals or teenagers. Next slide. So our problem statement, yeah, as we discussed before, the internet has many benefits. At the same time, it also brings challenges like addiction, stress, and health problems. So it's important to manage both the positive and the negative effects of internet usage. By covering the effort this, we have covered the different domains where internet use affects various parts of life, like academic performance, sleep patterns, mental health, and helping the business development and overall well key. The effect of the internet usage varies between like different demographic groups, reflecting socio-economic and cultural differences. Next slide. Next slide, please. Yeah. So for this, for data collection, we have collected the data via Google Forms and we got around like 500 responses. So the data is collected based on the research gaps what we found in the previous papers. As mentioned before, not we for the data collection we didn't stick on only particular age group and not only particular demographic areas and other external factors which are affecting the sleep patterns not only because of internet, the education, how many hours they're using. Then after that, we've cleaned the data set. For example, like converting the categorical to numerical by using the appropriate method, like a one or 10 coding or ordinal or binary. Then we use different train test split like 80-20, 60-40, 90-10, and the other train test splits and compare the different train test splits to find out which ratio was giving a better. For our model, 60-40 train test split was giving a better result. Then we fed the different machine learning models by hyperparameter Turing and comparing the model based on the evaluation metrics. Next slide. Yeah. So over here, as we see the results, for this is for 60-40 train test split. And since our data is an unbalanced data, so we compared with the F1 score. And so we can see the logistic regression, Bayesian classifier, random forest, and Adapose were having a better F1 score, which means the model are having high effective to identify whether the positive or negative impacts. And the lowest performing model was KNN, which has like a low F1 score, which is 78%. Next slide. So in this, we see the histogram, which shows the different features which are affecting internet. And we see few features like hours spent and expenses learning are normally distributed, where most of the people addicted to internet are between the 4 to 8 hours. And the online learning is moderately effective, while the mental health is moderately impact, which is like having the 5. Next slide. So yeah, so the internet fosters
reminder.
okay, so the internet fosters innovation in learning efficiency benefits both sectors, which is has like high advantage to business and education, and there were a lot of negative impacts on mental health and sleeping disturbances. So proper management of internet uses you can optimize the benefits while the minimizing the negative impacts. Next slide. So for conclusion, so as we discussed before, the positive and positive and negative impact is necessary to harness the positive aspects of the internet. While mitigating the negative consequences, it's important to regulate its usage by setting the boundaries. And the future scope would be research by exploring ways to reduce internet negative impacts, such as behavior intervention, app-based usage tracking, or healthier digital environments. Thank you.
Thank you, Annie. Are there any questions?
Srivani, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Uh, you have taken so many model in your work. Why so much?
Yes, sir. It was a comparative study, like comparing the different machine learning models.
Because you have logistic random forest. So many very good model is there. So if you compare 5 or 6 model, I think accuracy there is no issue. But still, it is for a model comparison. You can do it anyway. But you given the output in form of score. Okay.
F1 score, yes.
So scale scale score. Think someone. Can you tell me
Yes.
the scale score output related to mental health effect?
For our data, what we saw was like as it was imbalanced data, it was not that imbalanced, but we
Mm.
have like our target column was seeing whether it's a positive impact or negative impact. So the negative were having like a 54% or 51%, and the positive cases were around like 48%. So since it was like imbalanced data, we thought of like comparing with the F1 score.
So, because in one slide you mentioned that the score 5, score 6. Okay, if I'm not wrong. So that's why
So sorry, sir.
in one slide you
Yes,
mentioned
sir.
that the mental health effect score 5, then 6, and
Yeah.
uh, your presentation also you focus on
Yes,
the
sir. Yes, sir.
positive and negative impact. That's why is there any correlation or just you are focusing the positive and negative?
Positive and negative, sir. Like based on the target column, that's positive impact or negative. It's not the symbol like
And
positive.
there is no any age grouping you have done.
Age grouping, while collecting the data, we didn't fix to a particular age group of teenagers or something.
Okay.
We started from like age of 3 till the old people. We didn't limit the age factor.
Okay. Okay. So, nice presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Suresh, I request you to keep your mic turned off until unless there's like if you're presenting because there's a lot of background noise coming from your side. Next up, I request Deepika to kindly present her paper titled Sign Language Recognition using CNN Model. Do we have you here with us, Deepika?
Yeah, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'll stop presenting so that you can share your screen.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. First of all, like our project main motto is to um sorry. Yeah, my project title is Sign Language Detection using CNN. CNN is nothing but conventional neutral network layer, like which is used for detecting and knowing how can a camera detects something which we want, and like sign language detection. Because of this sign language, like deaf and dumb people, everyone will know how to talk to each other and know what is like uh, the main motto of our project is to make sure the deaf and dumb people can talk to them properly and understand what each other talking. Yeah, our objective to implement a sign language recognition, develop a system that can like if we want to recognize or understand what is this language, we have to we have to train the system, or we have to make the system already trained, and we have to give data set to that, and we'll make the training table to understand what exactly it should take. Yeah, literature review from because of this we got to know like there are so many projects which have already done, and from that inputs we have taken and we have did. And this we use Python, OpenCV, MediaPipe, NumPy. This all are used to recognize the systems like alphabets or anything. Yeah, flow chart. Like hand gestures, hand detection, processing, future extraction, recognition, and command. Like first, it will recognize. First, we have to show the hand image to this system, and then after that, it will detect what alphabet it is basically used to, and what is that, and then it will process, and then at last it will give us what is the output. Like yeah, outputs will be coming like this. It will show us like what gesture is what it belongs to. Yeah, there are reference, and because of this, deaf and dumb people can know so many things, and they learn so many things. But, main our project is done to explain uh, why they have to use it. Yeah, thank you.
Okay,
Thank you,
Deepika,
Deepika.
Yes.
Yes, sir, please go on.
is there any okay done from your side, Deepika?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because what topic you present, there are so many research already done, sign language. Okay,
Yeah.
so can you tell me your output when you perform your model in CNN? I think you have used CNN. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So in CNN, there are so many, output we can get. Which output you focus in the accuracy, in score, or image processing output? What output
Image
you
processing, sir.
image processing? And what you observe, because in reported work there are many other output is mentioned. Okay, in CNN same. So what is the difference between your project and reported already published work?
Like from us, we ourselves train the system, sir.
Okay.
Like we ourselves train the system how to take input and what input should be given, and then we have given there.
Okay. And why you choose Python?
Sorry, sir.
Why you choose Python?
Because of Python, it might be easy. Our project might be easy, and we can understand more.
Okay. Can you go to your that slide in that you mentioned the programming and output?
Yes, sir. 1 second. Sir, can you see?
Yes. Here, see, you mentioned either you used TensorFlow or have you used both flow?
No, sir.
Keras?
Only TensorFlow.
Okay, I confused actually. And the code editor you have used VS Code.
Yes, Visual Studios.
And F1 score also in your learning. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, done. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Deepika. Next, I would like to request Prashant Vats to kindly present his paper titled Strategic Analysis for Internal Audit and Data Analytics, Enhancing Audit Effectiveness Through Data-Driven Insights. Do we have you here with us, Prashant, sir? Is anyone from the team present? Since no one from the team is responding, I'll move forward to the next presenter. I request Artika Singh to kindly present her paper titled Uncertainty-Based Decision Making in Pandemics. Do we have you here with us, Artika ma'am?
Yeah, hello, ma'am. I'm here. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I'll
Am
stop
I?
sharing.
Yes, sure. Am I audible clearly?
Yes, you're audible.
Thank you. I'll just share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am, your screen is visible. You may start.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Artika Singh from NMIMS Mumbai, India, and my co-author Dr. Manisha Jailia from Vanasthali, Rajasthan, India. So we are going to present our paper topic uncertainty-based decision making in pandemics. So our roadmap would be like introduction, study framework, proposed methodology, finding and recommendations, then conclusion and differences. So before we go ahead, the introduction. Yes, we know that today we are facing lots of such kind of infectious disease outbreaks, and it's spreading very fast, and so many challenges we are getting related to the global health system. And making any decision during that crisis moment is very complex because lots of factors are getting affected when we are going to make such kind of decision. So such decision require some balance between the standard procedures. Then we are very new with such kind of virus, so we need some creativity while solving such kind of problems. And also while making the decision, we have to make sure that it has to be adaptable with everyone, the public, the patients, and who are all the stakeholders who are involved with all these pandemics. So, need a pandemic a shift from prepare to act to prepare, monitor, and adapt. Why prepare to act and prepare, monitor, and adapt? Because we cannot prepare everything in the advance because we know we don't aware that what future we are getting into and what things we are going to face. So we can make some plan quickly, make it work. Let's see how it is giving the output or the what is the results we are getting from them. Then we can monitor it and accordingly we adapt and again revise our decision. So that's why it is very important. So making any successful pandemic policy planning requires immediate action so that it directly can be adaptive and it can be followed by everyone. So if you see what are the key features we should take into consideration while making the decision, it has to be first the data are important. It should come from the authentic source. Then all the stakeholders involvement are important, like patient, public, medical experts, management people, decision makers, everyone. Analysis with what kind of impact it may give all the decision, long term, short term, both. Risk analysis, adaptive adaptability, that it should be adapted by everyone. And also in some ways that mental health, because we can see after post covid so many mental health things are upcoming and it is also get badly affected. So many numerous of framework studies were provided, is given, and all the organization working on it. Few of them are, the first one is the expert decision making in outbreak management. So this kind of approach, they are mostly dependent on the health expert and expert decision maker, and the decision were clearly made according to the predictive model, what prediction we are getting, and mostly on the statistical and the algorithm way, what output we are getting, and then we can make the decision. Some creativity of the problem is also involved in that, because what new features is getting added with the new disease. So accordingly we can solve the problem with some creative ideas of problem solving. And the implication is how after making the decision what kind of output or feedback we are getting, and accordingly we are acting on that. The second approach is patient and public engagement, that is PPE in outbreak management. So it's mostly more dependent on the involvement of all the stakeholders, including everyone, and according to the adaptability and the engagement and their feedback, we are making those decisions. So it is not on basis of the predictive model or the results analysis based, but also it is on the policy, what can be applicable in real based scenario, or the standard protocols, everything. So in on those measures we are taking the decision. So engagement and impact of engagement, how we are getting the quality report for reporting everything is a necessity, and the recommendation. The further these two are for, again, the decision making under deep uncertainty is again the approach which tells about for engagement of the people, and also the expert decision making, what kind of decision they are giving. And according to the different case studies, like let's say like COVID-19, how South Korea has worked on that, and what are the policies they have implemented. Similarly, the US, what kind of considerations they have taken. So according to those case studies, we keep on making our decision and then see what challenges and recommendation we are getting. And the last one is the ERT approach, the epidemic analysis for response decision making. So this is given by WHO. So they were just suggested a proposed steps that we can identify. There are some simplified steps for making any decision, that you identify the problem, see the what are the pattern we are getting in terms of any data or diseases, then consider some alternative explanation, and then analyze them, the whatever output we are getting, and then we can evaluate all those decision outcomes. So basis on those, this model, we have given our methodology in a similar steps or simple step, which is combining both strategic outcome, and also it gives the combinations of involvement all the stakeholders, and the what model prediction is also given. So we have included all these things with this methodology. So here the basic steps are, first you say what are the decision are. According to the decisions, you can see what kind of data you have, and according to the data analysis, you can find out what are the features are increasing with time, with pandemic, okay, and what are the not. So by combining all those data sources, you have to make a strategy. So in this analysis alternative, you check what are the informations, and how important those are. We have to prioritize all those parameters here, and according to them we can see which decision we have to go ahead with. Should whatever we have taken the decision, is it on the correct path, or we have to make some alternative decisions, or maybe we have to look something else, or we are not getting a proper output from
This is a
this.
7 minutes reminder.
Okay, so this is the main methods we and then according to the decision, or what outcome you will get from here, then you can find what findings we are getting and which decision we can go ahead. So there are three case studies we have proposed according to these steps. So I will just explain one from them. So let's say we have three options, like we have taken a decision according to the state policy, that is option one. Option two, let's say we have taken a decision, or we can get a help from other states or the central government. And let's option three, we cannot decide. So, and some datas are like, we have a laboratory test, we have a pharmaceutical sales data, then we have internet trending data, then surveys, all these. And according, by analyzing these features, we will just see which are the increasing factors and which are the decreasing factor with time, and what are the importance of those parameters, and then we'll decide which decision we can go ahead. So we have given such kind of three case study according to these, and then we can make the decision. So these are the
Ma'am,
three
I
case studies.
am
Yeah, ma'am.
sorry, you have
So
exceeded the time limit. Can you please conclude the presentation?
yeah, so the whatever the findings and the conclusion we get through all these, that can say that we have to make a balanced decision, not only for the strategic view and the pandemic predictive model, but also the other policies, experts, and the engagement of the people plays an important role in this. So that is the conclusion, and these are the some reference of my paper. Sorry for exceeding the time. I'll stop presenting.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Um, are there any questions?
Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible.
Madam, nice topic. Actually, we
Thank you,
need
ma'am.
to
Thank
talk,
you, sir.
you know,
Mhm.
in the pandemic particularly. You mentioned in your presentation engagement method.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate that?
So in the engagement method, we mean that we are including more of the stakeholders in terms of some meeting, some conference, like some educating programs like that, and then we'll see their engagement, what actual ground reality just we want to know. What problem they are facing and how we can get into it.
And
So
okay, got it, madam. What your output? Yes, though accepted, rejected, or any suitable criteria you maintain in your case study?
yes. Actually, due to lack of time, I didn't able to take all the case studies. But 3 case studies is all about. One is how can I accept the current decision, that how we can go ahead. Second case study is all about that is not working. How to get help from the other, central government or maybe some other country. And the third one is we are not getting the conclusion. Then how we can proceed further. So those 3 case studies were related to that.
And data set which you have taken, can you tell me the size of data set approx? Uh,
Actually, this data set, this is not that good in size because from WHO websites only we have scraped out this data. So we have used such kind of data for the training purpose, and model has been trained into similar kind of data set. So
Means in
if
future
it's
you are planning to develop the model.
yeah, that is the idea, but we are just proceeding for it.
Yeah.
So if you talk about the exact size, so some in thousands only we have this data.
Okay, actually, I got your point. This is your initial study because
Yeah.
and there is no any model you are
Mm.
planning your next phase.
Yes,
So
sir.
best of luck, madam. And
Thank you
this
so much,
type of
sir.
topic also we need for academician also.
Yeah,
Uh,
sure.
for
Thank you. Thank you so much,
thank
sir,
you.
for your time. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Moving forward, I would like to request Pratiksha Malgi to kindly present her paper titled Voting System Using Blockchain. Do we have you here with us, Pratiksha?
Yes, I'm present, ma'am.
Okay. You can share your screen now.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
I'm sorry, just a second. Before you start, if any of the presenters who missed their chance to present earlier are present now, they can text me in the chat box and we can take the presentation after Pratiksha's. Just please text me in the chat box. Do not try to turn on your mics in between the presentations. Thank you. Yes, Pratiksha, you can take it forward.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Pratiksha Malgi, and I'm excited to present a project, Voting System Using Blockchain, developed at KLA Technological University, Hubli, along with my colleague, Priyanka Patil. Elections are the foundation of democracy, but concerns like vote rigging, EVM hacking, and electoral fraud undermine the trust in the system. Our project proposes a trust in the system by creating blockchain-based voting system to address these issues by ensuring security, transparency, and decentralization. Traditional voting systems, whether paper-based or electronic, have security vulnerabilities that allows for tampering, fraud, and delays in vote counting. Blockchain offers a decentralized, tamper-proof, and transparent solution that eliminates the need for intermediaries. By using Ethereum smart contracts, we can build a secure and efficient voting platform that records votes in an immutable ledger, ensuring fairness and public trust. Our research is based on existing studies that explore blockchain's role in secure voting. Some of them are a decentralized and immutable e-voting system from IEEE to 2023 that demonstrates how blockchain ensures secure and tamper-proof voting elections. Blockchain-based cloud computing model for EVM transactions from IEEE 2022 discusses integrating blockchain with electronic voting machines. EtherVote, powered electronic voting system from IEEE 2023 shows Ethereum's potential for transparent and decentralized voting. These studies highlight blockchain's advantage in elections. Our project takes this step further by developing a voting model for secure blockchain-based voting system using Ethereum. Our goal is to design a blockchain-based voting system that ensures security, transparency, and efficiency while overcoming the limitations of traditional voting methods. The objective of this model are implement Ethereum smart contracts for secure voting storage, ensure decentralization to prevent vote manipulation, provide a user-friendly authentication system for fraud prevention. Our systems contain three main components: user authentication, blockchain network, and admin portal. In user authentication, it verifies the voter identity before allowing the access. In the blockchain network, the votes are recorded as immutable transactions in Ethereum. In admin portal, election officials can register candidates, schedule elections, and monitor voting activity. These modules work together to ensure the secure, decentralized, and transparent voting system. This flowchart represents a step-by-step execution of the voting process. The user logs in and undergoes authentication. If the credentials are valid, the voter proceeds to the voting page. The vote is casted and recorded as a blockchain transaction using Ethereum. If the credentials are invalid, access is denied, preventing fraud. This structured approach ensures that authentication user can be used and each vote is securely recorded and cannot be altered. We implemented this system using Ethereum blockchain. Truffle and Ganache suite simulates a local blockchain environment for testing. MetaMask wallet allows user to interact with Ethereum securely. MySQL database manages user authentication records. The voting process is conducted on Ethereum, which allows each vote to execute and smart contract transactions. The admin portal allows election authorities to manage candidates and elections securely. After implementing and testing on systems, we evaluated its performance on key factors. Transaction speed. On local blockchain, votes were processed in 2 seconds. On real Ethereum network, confirmation time depends on gas fees and network congestion. Security validation. Each vote was recorded as a unique blockchain transaction, making tampering impossible. On the test network, gas fees were minimal and making the system affordable and scalable. The web interface integrated with the MetaMask provided a seamless and secure voting experience. Our results confirm that blockchain voting is secure, efficient, and scalable, making it a strong alternative to conventional voting systems. The key advantages of the blockchain-based voting system are security, transparency, decentralization, and remote voting. The votes cannot be altered once cast. Results can be verified in the real time. No single authority has control over the votes, and voters can participate securely from anywhere. With blockchain, election tampering becomes nearly impossible and results can be verified instantly. The conclusion of this project could be our Ethereum-based voting system ensures election security, transparency, and efficiency. It removes intermediaries, preventing fraud, and allows real-time verification of votes. The future scope of this project could be biometric authentication, AI-based fraud detection for enhanced security, government integration to implement blockchain voting on national level, mobile-based voting for greater accessibility. By integrating these improvements, blockchain technology can revolutionize the electoral process globally. Thank you for your time and attention. We believe blockchain can transform election, making more secure, transparent, and accessible. And these are the references that we used during the paper.
Thank you, Pratiksha.
Thank you, ma'am.
Are there any questions?
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Nice digital technology you are planning.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Some question. Okay, yeah. Nowadays, our voting system is on EVM or
Yes.
postal ballot. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me the limitation of your technique, blockchain, Ethereum based?
The limitation is each and every person needs to learn it and adapt it.
Because
Since
in
rural areas, people are
that-
not adapting it. They cannot adapt it to something very new very easily, sir. But if implemented, it can cause a very huge revolution in the country. And some other limitations are most of the country government have still not made it applicable or accessible to people using blockchain, sir. They have not made any laws or something like that for the people can use blockchain very easily.
so that is the major limitation in
Yes.
like India.
Yes,
In
sir.
country like in
Yes, sir.
developed country there is no issue, but in India the particularly awareness about this technique and make it user friendly
Yes, sir.
is the biggest task in blockchain technique,
Yes, sir.
because it is not as much as easy, because it's for us it is easy because we are from AI background, okay.
Yes, sir.
But for the those who are not from AI background, like from medical field,
Yes,
so
sir.
for them also it's not easy task. So that is that is the biggest challenge to prepare the user friendly
Yes, sir. Environment for the people to access it easily.
so if you are planning any future,
Yes,
okay,
sir.
for these devices, for the, you know, instead of EVM, if in future if you are
Yes, sir.
planning for this, so make sure that that should be
It is
user
user
friendly.
friendly.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Because we are expert, you are expert, for
Yes, sir.
example. But we should think about those who are not expert,
Yes,
0%
sir.
not.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
And one more question: is
Yes,
there
sir.
any chances of hacking?
There are no chances of hacking, sir, because
Why?
we use blockchain, sir. If once the vote is casted, to
Hmm.
change that vote, since it is decentralized, all the PCs or all the chains that are connected together, it needs at least more than 50% of the votes from each and every network that is connected to change that data present there. So
Okay.
there is no chance of hacking or changing manipulation of the data there.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So very nice topic, and
Thank you,
thank you
sir.
very much, dear.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Pratiksha.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next, I would like to invite Suresh V. Reddy, sir, to present his paper titled A Comparative Study of Machine Learning and Deep Learning Techniques for Cybercrime Detection on Facebook and Twitter. Do we have you here with us, sir?
Yes, audible.
Sir, can you turn on your mic again? Hello? Sir, your mic is on mute. Hello?
Is audible, madam?
Yes, sir, now you're audible.
Okay, madam. I'll share my screen. No, madam. No is visible.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, madam. My name is Mr. Suresh V. Reddy, research scholar. So today's topic is a comparative study of machine learning and deep learning techniques for cyber detections on Facebook and Twitters. These are the agenda of today: the introduction, problem statement, objective, literacy review, and cybercrime detection challenges, or some techniques for crime detections for ML, deep learning techniques for crime detections, comparative analysis, challenges and limitations. So the introduction, in the introduction part, the rapid of the social media platform has relations communications, but has also given rise to new form of crimes. So these platform allow users to create, shares and interact with the content. So it often serve a medium of fraudulent activities such as identity theft, phishing and harassment. So main actual of this introduction is, so nowadays is crime is increasing on social media platform like Facebook and Twitters. Now move to the problem statement. So in this problem statement, the social media platform like Facebook and Twitter has become major communication channels, but are also having the exploits for cybercrime such as a crime bullying, hate speech, missing and misinformation and harassment. So second thing is in the problem statement is increase the value of users generated content, makes manual monitoring and encouraging automated techniques for effectively cybercrime detections. These are the problem statement in the topic. So now is objectives. So main objective of this uh, topic is so effectiveness of various machines, machine learning and deep learning is detecting the crime, cyber crime on social media platform like Facebook and Twitters. So this is the main objective of this topic. So now is the literature surveys. You found some papers from reputed journals for identifying the cyber detection in this topic. So you've taken the 2021 papers and 2020, 19, or some other papers also taken for the ML purpose, so image and video purpose. So these are the literature review papers. And so here, so next is crime detections challenges on social media. What are the challenges considered in the social media? Thus, the primary challenges is means value of data. So social media platform generate the massive value of data every day. So making real-time analysis and detection challenges. So unstructured data means that content to those platforms includes text messages, videos, and so again the nature of the crime, cyber crime, the criminal continues adapt their tricks. So these are the challenges of cyber security. And next is current machine learning techniques for cyber detections. So we are using two methods, that is machine learning and deep learning. The first is some technique used for machine learning, that is logistic regressions and spam detections and decision trees and random forest and support vector machines. These are the some technique used for cyber detections. And again is the deep learning techniques for cybercrime detections, that is CNNs, is used for the image-based content moderation and recurrent natural networks, that is RNN. And one more is the transformers, that advanced natural language NLP is used for this technique in the social media. And so again here comparative analysis, here compare the machine learning and deep learning. So in this over terms a technique are used, that is support vector machines VSM, and this platform uses Facebook, Twitter. Advantage is of the small to medium size database generation purpose you use these techniques. And next nearest technology KN and Navy by this techniques also used for the test based classification purpose. And CNN also used for the excellent for image based and textual data. And long short, the LSTM, this technique is also used for the excellent handling long-term defense in text. These are the comparative analysis. Next, come to the challenges and limitations. What are the challenges or limitations in this topic means? The first, the privacy and ethical concerns for use. That's one of the major challenges in crime detections, is balancing the need for data access with the privacy. So second is the adversarial attacks. This also the challenge increasing using the adversarial techniques for ML and DL model purpose for detecting the crime. So next is future scope is the hybrid approaches you in the future. That is future onwards cyber detections may focus on combining ML and DL techniques to harness the strength of the both the. And again, one more point for the future scope is external AI, that artificial intelligence. So this becomes more complex. The need of the external AI techniques grows. So next is the conclusion of the topic is This paper has several machine learning and deep learning techniques for detecting the crime detection on social media platforms and the Facebook and Twitters. So next is outcome from the ML models is handling the unstructured data and large scale patterns. So last is the future research should be a focus on the hybrid approach and the development exponential AI, that is artificial intelligence. So now move to the next slide. This the references use some reference papers for this topic purpose. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Are there any questions?
Okay. Mr. Suresh, am I audible?
Sir, audible.
I think this is your literature survey, okay? You are presenting.
Right. Yes. Also, this is review paper, sir. Basically, you
Okay,
are learn from the some other papers were taken.
Okay. So, actually, there are different type of cybercrime.
Right,
Okay.
sir.
Depend on the fake video or
Right, sir.
money fraud in terms of money also. Okay. Any
Yes,
many
sir.
type nowadays.
Image also is considered.
Yeah, image also.
Yes, sir.
So any single deep learning or machine learning technique will not helpful.
No, sir.
So
Correct, sir.
can you tell
You are
me
working
from
that purpose, sir.
that's why I'm asking because
Exactly right, sir.
nowadays
This is
it's
not
very
suitable. This is not suitable for ML and DL also. Means crime is more happen in various spaces.
so the question is what if you are planning in future which hybrid model you are planning.
Sir, that hybrid planning is studying that, sir. That is AI also using, sir, that artificial intelligence.
Hmm?
You
AI
are
is
searching.
very vast topic. From the
Actually,
AI.
uh, actually, sir, you are working that actually not proper guidance is not there. So you prepare some little bit data is paste in the presentations.
In nowadays in cybercrime digital there is separate digital office is there where they are using this model CNN model they are using for image processing based the cybercrime.
Right,
Okay,
sir. Sir.
but nowadays few cybercrime it's very difficult to manage or
Right,
sometime it may happen that it is not properly accuracy we are getting.
right, sir.
So
Right.
that's why I'm asking from your literature, what you observe that key, which is the very common nowadays cybercrime in India.
Uh, in normal phase, sir, some taking the videos also some major issue is considered, and image also there may be a crime detection considered in this topic. So we are studying that, sir. Actually, that much knowledge I have.
Okay. So, okay, no problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Uh, and that was the end of the presentations for today. Thank you all of our presenters for your insightful contributions. Before moving to our closing remarks, I would like to invite Dr. Ashish Patel to share his thoughts about today's session. Sir, you're on mute.
Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Actually, extremely sorry. Initially, there was a power failure here, so it's very initially first presentation. It's very difficult for me. Then there is no issue. Light came. It's very nice topic actually. Whatever you selected in the conference, it's truly honor to be invited as a session chair for the international conference on smart trend in the computing and communication, SMARTCOM 2025. And sincerely gratitude to the organizing committee, GR Foundation, and Springer Nature for this opportunity. And in future also, whenever you need my help, always welcome because also I learned so many things from this type of conference. So this is from my side extremely thankful to all of you, and Priyanshi and Richa, the communication what we have done, because I left one institute, I rejoined another institute, so I mailed so many things. I discussed through the mail also, so I got very good support for that. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Uh, right. I sincerely thank all our authors for their excellent presentations and contributions in this session, and all the participants for being a part of this international conference. I hope this session was informative enough for all of you. We, on behalf of the whole team, thank you for the support during this 9th version and all the previous 8 versions of the conference. We'll be happy to have you in the 10th version in 2026 as well. All the presenters will be getting their digital certificates through email within 2 working days. Further, all the papers have already been forwarded to the Springer, and the publication will be live within 6 months. Kindly cooperate with the team of SMARTCOM 2025. I also thank our session chair, Dr. Ashish Patel, for chairing this session. A token of appreciation to chair on behalf of Team SmartCom 2025 and Global Knowledge Research Foundation and partners. So, thank you everyone for your valuable presence. I kindly request you all to please switch on your cameras for a quick snapshot of the virtual conference. All right. 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.